अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम, अम्मा बाद, फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। Surah Yusuf, we have reached a very strategic point where Yusuf alayhi salam is in the home of the minister as a slave, and his wife has developed a deep crush for him, and she tried to seduce him, have a relationship with him. They both ran towards the door. The door opened and suddenly they saw the minister standing over there. So the whole scene was in front of the minister, and at that moment the wife, she looked at her husband and said, "What would you like to do with the man who is trying to seduce your wife?" She immediately changed her stance. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "After me I have not left any trial more severe to men than women." And many a time again when the ladies, they read this hadith and they are like, "I feel so humiliated." What is the background of this hadith? If we try to explore what is behind this hadith, are we fitna? Because sometimes men would pick up this hadith and tell you, "तुम तो वही fitna." देखो रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने भी ये बात की थी। देखो कुरान में आया था that women they plan and they plot, तो तुम तो करती ही ये हो काम। ऐसी बात नहीं है। Number one thing, there is a difference in nature between men and women. If you look at your brother and if you look at yourself, who is more of a manipulator? Men are usually very straightforward people. Women are more emotional, and through their emotionality, they try to bargain things at a different level. And men, they are usually matter of fact. अच्छा, big medical students, don't they tell us differences between men and women? आप जब labs करवाते हैं उसमें वो ये नहीं कहते values for men and values for women. So there are differences. Now that difference doesn't make one person better than the other. Try to understand that clearly. Men are different, women are different. Men have a different style, women have a different style. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that I have not left any trial more severe to men than women, it means that men are very naturally attracted to women. This is our misconception when we look at them and I'm like, he's just my class fellow. And we're just working together. We just click. I mean, we're not running any relationship. You know, you have a sick mind if you think like that. Who thinks about relationship with this guy? Or who is thinking about hanging out with him for life? No. We just click. Why does it always have to be a girl hanging out with a guy? Why do we have to make it into a necessity? This is the fitna. Why? Because many of them get emotionally involved with each other. Sometimes there is a triangle. There is just a couple, and ultimately when they realize that they liked each other, their parents have decided something else for them. And men are naturally attracted to women. Understand that. अच्छा, you should take it as a point of pride. हम हैं इतने खूबसूरत, मर्द नहीं इतने अट्रैक्टिव। अब हमारे जैसों को भी लड़की का और उसका गेटअप और सब अच्छा लग रहा है, तो imagine men, how do they see women? This study is a very famous study in which they say that men, they think about women and having sex with women every 1 second or couple of seconds. Lady told me that if you go to colleges and universities, lot of men, senior men like your father's age, they will get you added to their Facebook or their WhatsApp, and then since he has to give you the marks, he has to take your viva, your quiz or whatsoever, and many a time the students, they cling to them कि चलो पेपर बता देंगे, मार्क्स लगा देंगे, पास हो जाऊंगी, बाद में देखा जाएगा. So remember this thing. This hadith doesn't mean women are bad. This just means men are naturally attracted towards women. And that is why women have been told to cover themselves properly. Somebody tells women कि देखो तुम्हें अपना ड्रेस ठीक करना चाहिए, तो हम कहते हैं क्यों? Why? मर्द करें ना, वो नीचे देखें ना, वो नीचे भी देखें तो आज तो नीचे भी देखने के लिए इतना कुछ है. You know, half naked legs, जो पहना भी हुआ है वो सब ऐसे नजर आ रहा है. For men, it is too much to bear. Trust me. That is why we have porn. That is why we have extramarital affairs, because they are frustrated looking at women dressed up so nice, young girls. They're looking so attractive, and they're into that multiple relationship, or they are deeply frustrated because शादी हो नहीं सकती. घर वाले कहते हैं अपने पाँव पे खड़े हो, लड़की कहती है बड़ा सा घर हो, लेटेस्ट मॉडल की गाड़ी हो. So obviously he has to wait till 28 or 30 years of his age. Okay, I was reading about love versus infatuation. What's the difference between them? Because this lady apparently first was in love with Yusuf alayhi salam, and suddenly when he saw her husband, she backed off. We often come across these cases when they're deeply in love, looking into each other's eyes, hanging out together, and the family finds out and then they totally deny it. Ladki dar gayi, ladka dar gaya. Love is a deep-rooted thing, whereas infatuation is that temporary attraction. So reading some studies, they say women who read romance novels are more easily seduced than those who don't. Why?
In love with love.
In love with love, exactly. So wherever you go, you are looking at him and you're like, maybe he's the one for me. Especially on the weddings, because of all those movies and dramas which portray such a romantic hype. There is a wedding in the family, and then there is a girl on one end and there is a guy on one end, and how they are like, eye to eye contact, and they're dressing up, and the different ceremonies. अब मेहंदी हो रही है, फिर उनकी टक्कर हो रही है, फिर एक दूसरे को देख रहे हैं, and then everyone is dancing, and suddenly they see each other in face to face. So when you go to all these places, then you are looking for something similar to that. इसी तरह अगर आप novels पढ़ें या books भी हैं कि जी college में they're hanging out, एक लड़का पसंद आ गया, it goes in your subconscious, because whatever you do becomes part of your subconscious personality. And ultimately what you are doing is, you're like, maybe this is the one for me. Scientists from Indiana University found that when men were shown images of women making an advance, they tended to see sexual cues as being merely friendly, and they saw friendly gestures as showing sexual interest. This is so important. Many a time we see girls who are actually in love with some guy, and they would go up to the guy and tell him, listen, I love you, I really care about you. He says, back off, I'm not interested. अब वो पागल हुई हुई है उसके पीछे. And then there are other girls who say कि we are just friends. Because when we are into the professional colleges, having a broad base, broad mind, since I'm working with guys, what difference does it make? We are educated. I'm not frustrated. I'm not interested in any of them. Like, they are my class fellows and they are my colleagues, and we can talk to them. We can talk to them about Pizza Hut. We can talk to them about the top 10 movies. और in front of them, कल मैंने कपड़े कौन से सिलवाए, आज मैंने काम क्या किया, मैं कौन सी गेम खेल रही थी, मेरा कैंडी क्रश का क्या हाई स्कोर हुआ. We just talking about everything apart from patient, apart from a case study that I really need to discuss. So उससे हो क्या रहा होता है कि even if you are not interested, this guy sometimes becomes interested. And many a time the guys think कि I thought you liked me because we were hanging out together. And you are like, तुमने कैसे सोच लिया, मेरे तो माइंड में भी ऐसी बात नहीं थी. So इसीलिए आप देखें, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has very categorically told women to stick to women. Like I sometimes see even in Islamic activities, there are brothers and there are sisters, but they're still hanging out together. Brother, can you get me this thing? And then the brother, he develops this deep crush on the sister. Even on the Facebook, sometimes we have added people because they are class fellows, or again we are into a working relationship, and we're just exchanging very simple, naive kind of things. The friendly gesture becomes a problem. That is why when you talk to the guys, your tone should be matter of fact, not friendly. What would be matter of fact tone? Because many times when we listen to Islamic lectures, they say you should talk to guys harshly. Let's say you have a class fellow who comes up and says, सुनो तुम्हारे वो notes हैं, मुझे वो चाहिए. So the harsh tone would be नहीं. You'd be like, why are you barking at me? ऐसे तो नहीं बात करो, क्या हो गया? No, it's not about rudeness. It is about don't be friendly. Now what will be the friendly gesture? सुनो तुम्हारे पास वो बुक है? हाँ है. कौन सी वाली चाहिए? जो जिसमें मैंने एक्चुअली भी कंप्लीट नहीं किया, मेरा 1 पेज रहता है. Can you wait? Can I give it to you later in the day? अच्छा. You need to have a sort of a moderate approach between the two, between the harshness and between the friendly. The guy comes and says, सुनो तुम्हारे पास वो नोटबुक है, अब हाँ ठीक है ले लो और मुझे दे देना प्लीज. या है लेकिन अभी मैंने काम नहीं कंप्लीट किया, मैं करूंगी तो मैं दे दूंगी, और you can take it from someone else. Now feel the difference between the three. So the important thing that you have to do is when you're working, when you're sitting, when you're interacting, because you are professionals, you have to just be careful about this friendly gesture. Make sure you are not going into that friendly gesture. Tell your friend to keep check on you. Because sometimes when you're talking to them, we don't even realize it is your friend who's standing next to you. She should tell you कि सुनो जब तुम बात कर रही थी ना, you sounded little more friendly. ये गड़बड़ है. They don't see age. They don't see status. For them, it's a female who is talking to them in a friendly manner. It could be a mother figure. Sometimes you will have your young cousins, or you're like, ये मेरे भाई की तरह है, and we have been friends and buddies. He will develop a deep crush on you. So be careful into that. And insincere love, it is based only on pleasure or lust. This is infatuation. बस मजा आता है, ऐसे ही ठरक है. Enjoyment, chill. Don't do that. You are going to destroy your life. Or lust, they have lot of desires inside, and then they don't know how to channelize them. So quick to flare and quick to die. He or she is hanging out with this one person couple of days, then another person. आजकल वो उसके साथ है नहीं, आजकल फिर उसके साथ है नहीं. Because you are just looking for this love. And real love is based on a lust pleasure. अच्छा ये नहीं है आप कहें कि मुझे उससे अल्लाह की खातिर मोहब्बत हो गई है. ये वो वाली मोहब्बत नहीं है. ये कौन सी मोहब्बत है? ये वो मोहब्बत है जो कि उस तरीके से हुई है जैसे अल्लाह को पसंद है. The channel has to be right. And what is that? You keep telling yourself, for me, it's the guy with whom I get married. And what if you like someone and you're not able to marry him? We hear so many stories like that of heartbreak. So we don't want to get into that. And then you have to have a lot of clarity on halal and haram in any relationship. It is so much important. I think we are all messed up because we have unmet needs. We might be very friendly with our parents, but we lack that love thing, because a lot of research says when you are young and you have unmet needs, you didn't get attention one way or the other, and then suddenly this guy with this shining eyes and very protective nature comes around to you. So you obviously would be having a soft corner for that person. कितना अच्छा है, मुझे कितना प्यार करता है. I was nobody in this world and suddenly I feel like somebody. मैं पहले सुबह उठती थी, I used to feel like a dead person, और मुझसे कुछ नहीं किया जाता था, and my life has rainbows and butterflies now. It's all springy and I enjoy it. And like आपके Facebook status भी आ रहे होते हैं बहुत lovey dovey, because you suddenly feel important. That is why if you feel कि आपको हर वक्त ये होता है कि हाय उसको भी कोई पसंद करता है, उसको भी करता है, and you stand in front of mirror, मुझे क्यों नहीं कुछ करता, मेरी शक्ल अच्छी नहीं है, fair and lovely love, क्या करूं, lose weight, look like this or do this. No, that means you have a love need, which is a natural need. Try to get it fulfilled through halal source, and then pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah ta'ala fulfill this need of love through halal means, and inshallah you will feel the difference over there. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.